Season's greetings, happy holidays to everybody, all the members and all the supporters here tonight. It's good to be at home in St. Michael West Central, of course. And this is a room that, and most of you will be aware, that the Barbados Labour Party has been here on several occasions. It has been a platform that we've shared with several other successful Barbados Labour Party St. Michael West Central politicians. So I am equally honored to be here in the name, the good name of the Barbados Labour Party. I also want to say that Reverend Atherley, Bishop Atherley, let me give him his title, and Ronald Toppin, of course, they have been great supporters, and they have all supported me throughout my political life, and I want to, of course, thank them. I cannot not also thank the good members of St. Michael West Central branch of the Barbados Labour Party who are here tonight and who walk with me throughout this constituency and who come here on occasion on Sundays for routine branch meetings. So I wish to thank you all as well. I am not going to talk about tourism tonight because I believe that, and you will agree with me, that Ronald Toppin did an excellent job in prosecuting the Democratic Labour Party's tourism record. I am not going to tell you about anything remotely connected to tourism. I hope I keep that promise tonight, because some things should be said. But I think it is important that we all recognize that this government has done us a disservice. And the point that Ronald Toppin made is very credible. You are saying to the country that you are divesting hotels, but at the same time, you are embarking on a hotel expansion to the tune of $250 million. I am not going to talk about the transport board tonight. There's a lot happening there, though. A lot happening there. And I am going to have to talk about the transport board and tell you some things there. I wrote about some in the past, but we are in the campaign, of course, and I'm going to have to tell you about some things at the transport board. I'm not going to talk to you tonight about the BTII either, but we have to talk about the BTII because some strange things are happening there, and we are going to get to the bottom of them. Some of them you don't know. Ronald has a good brief, but I also know of some things taking place there, and I believe it is incumbent upon us, good stewards of the Barbados Labour Party, to expose some of these things that are happening in Barbados. But I want to get straight to the point, and I know that I'm going to have to deal with one or two national issues in between. But I also want to speak to you tonight about St. Michael West Central because I believe I owe it to the people of St. Michael West Central once again to speak in their name because they have an absentee parliamentary representative. A major tragedy of 2017 has been the extent to which ordinary people have been put on the back burner while this government moved mountains to meet the needs of special interest groups in our society. No issue of concern and discomfort to ordinary Barbadians have been seriously tackled, but certain interests in Barbados have never had it so good. Nowhere in this conflict is most pronounced than in St. Michael West Central, when you have a member of parliament paid by the small farmers in this country to represent their interests, but who finds himself on every occasion coming down on the side with the government as it pursues policies that potentially impact all of us in Barbados, but more importantly in St. Michael West Central, the folk he's supposed to be representing. Very few, if any, of the issues the people of St. Michael West Central complained about last year, in December 2016 all the way through, have been satisfactorily resolved tonight on this day in December. Indeed, if you follow the debates in Parliament, you will believe that, or you would get the distinct impression, I would say, that all is sweet and dandy in this country, and that everything is so good in every community in this constituency that there is no cause for alarm. But you have a representative, a parliamentary representative, who has been idle down here for 9 years. What has he done for the people of St. Michael West Central? If you walk the length and breadth of this constituency, and this constituency is no exception, you will look at the road infrastructure in Barbados, and you will say to yourselves, how did we get here? If you don't believe me, you can ask Colin Williams. The Pillersdorf Main Road is a major artery in this constituency, connecting the people from Fairfield all the way through to Grisex. And if you have a look of the state of disrepair of that road, and you would not imagine or believe that you have a parliamentary representative who's supposed to look after the interests of the people of St. Michael West Central. The road is bad. Whenever there's a significant downpour or heavy rains in this country, it is flooded all through there. And if you don't believe me, ask Colin. The road is in a sad, very sad state, ladies and gentlemen. What has he done? The bridge at Denton Road, another example. Almost 3 years ago, we were talking about the bridge. I drew it to the attention of the country when we asked the Ministry of Transport and Works to deal with it, and they refused to deal with it. I asked the newspaper, the Nation newspaper, to join me on a tour, talk to the residents. And they talked to the residents, and they came to the conclusion that yes, the bridge needs to be fixed. And if you know what I'm talking about, when you take the left or the right, depends which direction you're coming from, at the Grisex, their nursery, and you come around, and that's an area, because I share the boundary with Ronald Toppin. Denton Road, the bridge over there has gone into a state of disrepair. And what is very sad is that is a bridge that you have public transport, you have the minibus, and you also have motor vehicles crossing that bridge. And would you believe that despite having drawn it to the attention of the authorities, we come back here tonight in December to report that there's no progress? But that you have an MP who ought to be looking after the interests of the constituents. And he's been around for 9 years, and the bridge is still broken. Are we going to allow the bridge to collapse and people to get hurt before they take time to fix the problem? We don't want to lose any lives as a result of a broken bridge. We don't want people to be injured. We need action in St. Michael West Central. And for too long, since the Barbados Labour Party candidate and former parliamentary representative exited the scene, this constituency has been going downhill fast under the so-called parliamentary representative. I can talk to you as well about the poor state of garbage collection in Barbados. Don't care wherever you go. If you go through St. Stephen's, you have a problem. If you pass through Long Gap, there's a problem. If you go down to Fairfield Crossroad, Fairfield Road, Wayville, upper or lower, and particularly lower, you will see what I'm talking about. Piles of garbage, ladies and gentlemen. And we are tonight here to make reference once again that these are issues that you never ever had under the Barbados Labour Party. Under Barbados Labour Party, there were more than enough sanitation service authority vehicles on the road to service the needs of the island, and in particular St. Michael West Central. Today, you're lucky if you get a garbage truck coming around any 2 weeks. You'll be lucky if you get them. Sometimes it's 3 weeks. And if you go down St. Stephen's, for example, you now have a situation where the garbage continues to pile up in that area. It is wrong, because they are taxing us, and they are taxing us, and as they continue to tax us, what are we getting for the money we pay into the consolidated fund, ladies and gentlemen? What are we getting? Housing, another major issue in this constituency. Poor record of housing. Haven't done anything to ease the housing situation or to create housing solutions for the people in this constituency. A lot of talk, and you have people in this constituency having to pay $9, $12, and sometimes $1,500 a month in rent, and they need to own their own homes. Because if you can pay $9 and $12 and $1,500 in rent, you can pay a mortgage. And it is unfair, and it is wrong that you elect a parliamentary representative, and that parliamentary representative does not come to you and demonstrate to you, these are the things I've done for you. Look around St. Michael West Central. Little or no accomplishments at all within the last 9 going 10 years now. When you had a Barbados Labour Party parliamentary representative, you were proud to see the infrastructure in Barbados in this constituency. You had roads. Where there were no roads, Rommel Marshall did constructed some roads for you. Vic Johnson, when he was here, also constructed some roads for you. There are even areas in this constituency that when you look and see the neglect and you see the lack of response, you ask yourselves, do we really have somebody in this area looking after our very best interests? And I say to you that we don't. And the time has come when we've got to call a spade a spade. And the time has come when we've got to say to the Democratic Labour Party, what have you done to the people of this constituency, and what have you done for the people in Barbados? You've had an increase, well, you had NSRL first, then you had an increase in the NSRL. And you know what happened. The cost of living went sky high. And there are the same ones, the same group of individuals who leading up to 2008 during election talked about the high cost of living. What is it today? It is worse today than it was ever under Barbados Labour Party government. It is worse today. More taxes and cost of goods, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot believe what is happening in Barbados. The increased property taxes as well. Everything they do in this country, the Democratic Labour, the Dems want to tax you and tax you. And for what? Because when you look around Barbados, you can't see where they're spending your money. You can't see. You can't look around and see you have improved garbage collection. You don't have an improved bus service. You don't have improved Barbados Water Authority. You don't have improvement in drainage in the constituency to alleviate the flooding in Belfield. And most of you who know the constituency, you know that in Belfield, again, whenever it rains, you have persons whose homes are threatened as a result of the significant flooding in Belfield because of the lack of drainage, proper drainage facilities. So I asked James Paul, where were you when the constituents needed relief with their taxes, ladies and gentlemen. James Paul, why did you support the NSRL with the Dems to increase hardship on the backs of the people in this constituency and throughout Barbados? Where were you when the constituents found it difficult to cope, to buy food, to pay their bills? Where were you? Did you stand on the floor of Parliament and say to your Democratic Labour Party government, this is wrong and you're hurting my people? Where were you, James Paul? Why did you lend support to deprive the children of working class people the opportunity and the right to a university education? Where is the compassion? Where is the compassion, James Paul? Where is the compassion, Democratic Labour Party? Did you add your voice to ensure that there was relief for the poor and needy in this constituency? Did you object on the floor? Ladies and gentlemen, our party leader, leader of the opposition, the Honourable Mayor Amor Motley. All right. Not only the current leader of the opposition and leader of the Barbados Labour Party, but I can tell you tonight, from this very room that we share with branch meetings as well, and on the boundary that we share as well, that she will be the first female Prime Minister of Barbados. And I say to you, I will not tire. There shall be no fatigue. I will walk and I will be moving around the length of Barbados. I will not neglect St. Michael West Central. But I will be walking all over Barbados. I will be mounting the political platforms with the Barbados Labour Party. And my voice will be sharper than it is tonight. And I will be stinging and I will be pulling some punches too. Because we have to win this general election. This general election is about a battle for the soul of the people of Barbados. It is a campaign that we have to deliver because the people, the thousands of people, not only our supporters, thousands of Barbadians, including Sandems too, they want us to deliver this government. They want to get rid of the Dems, and we are going to work hard. It is going to be some hard work because, you know, they sometimes don't play by the rules. But we have it in us, and we are going to do what we have to do. So, I say to James Paul, why did you not object when the Dems deprived the children of working class mothers and others who would have wanted to venture to university? Why did you join with the Dems in supporting the removal of free university education for our children? I say to you, and it's already been made, and we have gone on record as a party, to ensure that the Barbados Labour Party will ensure that your children, the children of working class people in this country, can go to the University of the West Indies without having to pay. And don't mind people talking about where we can get the money from. I believe it's about 37 million, drop in the bucket. In corporate terms, you say that is a drop in the bucket. We have to do it because we have to lift the children of poor people out of poverty. And the fastest way out of poverty is to educate the people of Barbados and to educate their children. And we are going to do it. I am firmly, so I say to the people of St. Michael West Central, and may you recall when we did the rubbing shoulders not so long ago in this constituency, that resonated very well with the people. And when Mayor Morley went on to talk about other technologies that we're going to have to pursue in order to generate employment in this country, it was well received. So I say to you, time is short, that we have a man in this area who can be best described as the MP for the farmers. MP for the farmers. Not MP for St. Michael West Central. I refer to him as the MP for the farmers. And not even them. But let me tell you that our team in St. Michael West Central, we've not stopped working. We've consolidated our position in 2017, and in spite of the draconian policies and the fiscal measures of this government, the Democratic Labour Party, our interventions serve to assist and ease the strain on many in this constituency. We just came off our Christmas program, and the others will tell you how successful that went. We have put systems in place to respond to the needs of constituents, even though there is a man paid by the taxpayers of Barbados each month to do this. We have done so because we care about the constituents of St. Michael West Central. Our leader has made it clear that the art and the act of constituency representation shall be streamlined and perfected under her watch. We currently have certain structures in place, and I intend to maintain these as the elected parliamentary representative for St. Michael West Central. Last election, I lost by 193 votes. This time around, I want to assure you that the Barbados Labour Party will be victorious in St. Michael West Central. Because, as in the case with most of the country, the people are fed up with the Democratic Labour Party. The Barbados Labour Party cares about you. The Barbados Labour Party is interested in making life better for you. We have done this before, and you have seen all the examples. But we want you to know that we will be a caring and compassionate government. Jobs will come. Housing will follow. Less taxes will have to be the order of the day. University education, free university education for your children must be a priority. We care for you, like I said, because we are compassionate. We will ease the burden and make life better for you, the people of Barbados. But when you look at the contrast, and I told you earlier that I'm indeed very happy to be here with this team. I'm here, I'm proud to be associated with the Barbados Labour Party team. And you saw the wonderful picture, the photo that was plastered all over social media. How wonderful that was. And you have seen the youth, the blend of youth and experience. You have Marsha Cattle, who's going to topple the incumbent and the current Minister of Tourism. You have Sandra, who's with us. And you have all the others who are on the platform tonight. And Kurt, I saw earlier, and Jeffrey Bostic, and Trevor Prescott. And all the others who I don't call your name, forgive me, but I may have seen you. Ralph Torrance, sorry, Ralph in the back, yes. And I say to you that we are going to work hard. This election, like I said earlier, is about a battle for the soul of Barbados. We have the talent. We have knowledgeable, we have bright, we have compassionate persons who will do the job for us. I am ready. And I say to you, Mayor Motley, and the remaining members of the team, I am going to bring home St. Michael West Central, rest assured. I am going to tell you what it is like to bring home victory in this constituency. And I say to you, like Ronald said, I want you to encourage all your friends, your family, all the supporters that come out on election day, whenever they decide to call it, vote Barbados Labour Party. Let us be proud of our first female Prime Minister and the entire team of the Barbados Labour Party. Good night, God bless, and I love you.